You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. It's brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com. Good Thursday morning to you, Dan.
It really
Mr. Chuckles over there. Holy cow.
Oh, it's just fantastic. You know, I get up this morning and it occurs to me, I just won the lottery again.
Did you really?
Here I am walking around in the greatest country on God's green earth.
You betcha.
Sky's the limit. Let's see. Who was fortunate enough to be born on this day? Well, how about Grover Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's president.
Yeah, did you realize actually his middle name was Grover?
Really?
Yeah, his first name was Stephen.
Monster. Oh.
Stephen Cookie Monster.
Because you said Grover.
Wow. Okay. Wow, he wasn't just our 22nd president.
And the 24th.
The only man elected.
Yeah. Non-consecutive terms.
Yeah.
Who was the president between him?
Cool.
Do you know?
Pretty interesting. Between them. Oh, I got to go with Jimmy Carter.
No, the 23rd president. That's who was between him. Benjamin Harrison.
John actually knows all this presidential stuff.
He does know them.
Which is
Benjamin Harrison's the only one who was the grandson of a president. And
all righty then. Queen Latifah is 51 today.
Not really a queen.
Are you just going to ramble on about presidential history? Or
I just want to know.
Whatever.
She is not royalty, just so you know.
John is why God made tasers.
I get that a lot.
Queen Latifah is 51. She is now starring in a reboot of The Equalizer on CBS.
I saw part of the first episode.
Well, I just want to say this because I was a huge fan of The Equalizer in the 80s with Edward Woodward starring as Robert McCall.
Yeah.
Now it's Queen Latifah as Robin McCall.
Is that relation?
Of course.
Well, they're just kind of using the same sort of, and I've watched 2 episodes, I think. And I like Queen Latifah, but it's just not working for me.
Right.
It was on after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And we went to a Super Bowl chili cook-off party, and I saw a little bit of it then.
And in case you don't know, Queen Latifah's actual name, Dana Elaine Owens.
Not a queen.
Really?
There
I
you
did
go.
not know that.
And one of my all-time favorite R&B singers, ladies and gentlemen, Wicked Wilson Pickett.
Nice.
Born this day. Yep, gave us Midnight Hour, Funky Funky Broadway, and
Land of a Thousand Dances.
Mustang Sally. 1881, this very day, Barnum and Bailey Circus, traveling as the greatest show on earth, makes its debut. Madison Square Garden, New York City. They would travel around for 146 years, finally folding their tents in 2017. Yeah, and now really all you've got for that kind of entertainment is the Shrine Circus, which is a huge annual fundraiser for the Shrine here in town, and they haven't been able to do it because of the pandemic and all that kind of thing. So there you go. Let's see. It was 1931. The very first electric shavers go on sale.
Ooh, I could use one of those right now.
Brought to you by Schick.
Nice.
Which is still
They're
definitely
still in the biz.
Still in biz. And wow, it's been this long. This surprises me. 1965, this day, Poppin' Fresh Pillsbury Doughboy is
Loved
introduced.
the Doughboy.
When I met Heidi, her kitchen was decorated with
it was
doughboys.
all Doughboy. All
over the
Doughboy. It
place.
was so
Seriously?
cute. It was so cute.
Because I remember my brother said, I don't know what she sees in you. And then he walks in the kitchen and goes, I get it now.
Alrighty. Now it's all coming together. And, well, there you go. I think we've learned plenty here. Let's just call it a day.
It's good. Hey, look, by the way, Wilson Pickett also does Land of a Thousand Dances. So it wasn't wrong.
I know, but see, I do everything in threes, John.
Yeah, I get it. No, I'm just throwing that one in there. It's the John and Heidi Show
Whatever.
bonus
Oh,
hour.
man. Was he ever president?
He is not. He's also not a queen. Brought to you by SiouxEmpireJobs.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at BetterCreditCards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at BetterCreditCards.com. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
At this point in the program, we usually have Ranger Dan's Critter Corner, but we have not heard from Ranger Dan since last week. We're going on almost a week now. At what point do we put out like a missing persons report?
Oh, gosh. I would imagine just what I know. I have to believe there's a lot of people looking for Ranger Dan.
I was going to say, I've got
Someone will find
And
him
a lot of them are
eventually.
carrying credentials and
I've gotten
sidearms.
several phone calls, and a few people have stopped in looking for him, and one had seemed very, very legit, packing heat and everything. So not sure what's going on with Ranger Dan, but until he makes it back, we do have another best of, and
Fantastic.
I'm going to get another best of Ranger Dan's Critter
I'm
Corner.
rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan!
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan!
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan!
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan!
Good morning there, Smalls. How the...
Okay.
I'm excellent. Thanks for caring there, Jimmy. Hey, Heidi.
Ranger
Hey,
Dan.
Heidi. I was thinking, taking a look at you there. It seems to me if you were a steak, you would be well done. Gosh, who doesn't like a meat-based pickup lines?
PETA members, probably.
Well, Radio Rangers, that brings us to our little lesson for today, a little critter knowledge. So gather around the radio, and here we go. Speaking of meat, did you know that most critters are made of meat? It's true.
Yeah?
Sure, you're
Most of them.
probably familiar with, the obvious meat-based animals like your basic cow. They're pretty much made of meat. Pigs, got a lot of meat going on there, including bacon, which, of course, you need, Little Rangers, for a healthy, balanced diet now. Chickens are also generally composed of meat and, of course, eggs, which are really nothing but shells full of liquid meat.
Yeah.
But did you know that bears, deer, squirrels, rabbits, otters, raccoons, nature's little trash bandits, and even some possums are pretty much made out of meat. And most birds, too, which a lot of bird experts think there could be hundreds of them. But you're thinking to yourself, hey, Ranger Dan, what about fish? Well, gosh darn it, Little Rangers, fish are not made of meat.
Really?
Seafood.
They're made of fish. It's right there in the name. And that's also why they smell like fish.
That explains it.
Science! Well, that's all the time we have today, Little Radio Rangers. I sure hope you learned something. I know I sure as heck did. Remember what we say, what doesn't kill you makes strong, except for bears and murder hornets. Those kill you every time. This is Ranger Dan. Out, say it with me. Yes!
Yes, sir!
I really need to quit drinking.
I really need to give up drugs.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for the morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. As Dan is drinking coffee, I'll try not to make him laugh and spit it all over the place.
I'm drinking, laughing.
You're laughing while you're drinking.
Oh,
it's
my.
a bad idea. So what do we have for our morning coffee break?
Oh, this is just kind of fun. Stepped across an article here in what some people, or this particular organization, thinks are the strangest or funnest or just weirdest little town names in every state.
Oh, yeah.
Little town.
You come across some that are bizarre.
Yeah, and it's kind of subjective. Let's see what's going on in our neck of the woods here. And I was not aware of this, and I actually lived in Iowa for a year. Jamaica, Iowa.
Yeah.
I like the story behind it.
Oh, what's that?
The town was being put together, and there was a dispute on what to name it.
Okay.
They blindfolded the mayor, and he just pointed at a map.
Really?
And his finger hit Jamaica.
Oh,
Went,
that's
well,
hilarious.
we're doing it. Yep.
Wow.
Let's see. There is and maybe you know where this is. I don't. Surprise, Nebraska.
Nice.
Was given its
Never
name.
heard of it.
According to legend, apparently the first settlers there were indeed surprised that the land was far better than what they had expected.
Nice. That's cool.
Zap, North Dakota.
All right.
Wow, I've never heard of some. I've heard of Jamaica, but I haven't heard of the other two.
Zap, North Dakota. Minnesota, and don't get carried away here because the name makes perfect sense, and I'll explain it. I've actually been there. Climax, Minnesota.
Oh, is it the highest point in Minnesota?
No, it was actually named after what was then that area's biggest employer, the Climax Tobacco Company.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
It's cool to have a town named after your company.
And that does happen, because I would give it maybe another 9 to 10 years. We'll be living in Sanford Falls.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Yeah, there's some that refer to that now.
And let's get here closer to home. South Dakota, the name these people chose was Blunt.
Oh, yeah. I know that. It's kind of out by the Pier area, little.
Yeah, South Dakota, there's some other ones. You guys pronounce it Pollock, I guess. It's Pollock, hello.
Huh.
South Dakota. Letcher.
I've been through Letcher a lot.
Letcher. It was Wakanda. It's kind of goofy.
Fun.
And one of my favorites is Fruitdale.
Fruitdale.
Just because it makes no sense. There's absolutely no fruit there. And also ran around the country because I just kind of liked them. If you're ever there, stop and grab a postcard in beautiful Wiener, Arkansas.
Nice.
Hygiene, Colorado.
Okay.
Slick Poo, Idaho.
Wow.
There's got to be a story there.
Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky.
Nice. What?
And walk quickly through Hell, Michigan.
Yeah.
And then
they freeze over a lot, by the way.
And stop for a break in PP, Ohio.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder who named that one.
Kind of does.
Slick Poo. What was that one?
It's a Slick Poo, Idaho.
Oh, my goodness.
That sounds like a destination.
It does.
We must.
You make a Slick Poo or bust.
Well, let's find it. I'm sure they've got a tourism bureau. Let's figure it out.
That'd be fun. Dan, thanks for that update, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Coming up here in just a moment, going to be visiting with Jason from the Compass Center. We talked with him last week. Going to talk with him again about their big event that's coming up tomorrow night. That is all on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour with Dan Farris. If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe that only 3% of people say yes to this? How's that possible? That's the real percentage of people who give blood. It's something you can do whether you're a millionaire, middle class, or completely poor. There's no fee and it's easy to do. And you can literally save a life. Let's roll up our sleeves and make a difference. Give blood. We can do better than 3%. Learn more at redcrossblood.org. Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. And to join me with that, I have Mr. Jason Lemke. He's the Chief Development Officer at the Compass Center. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, John. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, you and I just had a chance to chat last week. You got a big event coming up tomorrow. Tell me all about it.
It is the 12th Annual Compass Center Gala. It's our largest fundraising event of the year. We are going with a hybrid format this year. We're trying to offer a little bit of everything for everybody. There are folks who are ready to get out and do in-person events, and we want to accommodate them in a safe manner. And we know that some folks still aren't ready to come out and do that, so we're also offering virtual options for people to engage with the event.
And again, the 12th Annual Gala is something that you guys have been doing for quite some time. For people that have never been to this event, what do you do at the gala?
Well, we've got a dinner for the folks who are going to be there in person, and we also do silent auction, live auction. We're going to have a wine and bourbon poll this year where you can pay a flat fee and pull a number out of the hat and get a random bottle of wine or bourbon. And we also are going to be highlighting some client stories and just looking back on the year that we've all been through and looking forward to the future.
That's great. Now, I know the event is tomorrow. If people want to get tickets, and I know there's virtual options as well, how does that work? Can they still do that?
Yes, they can still get tickets. They can go to either our website at thecompasscenter.org or they can go to thecompasscentergala.com. Either one of those will get them to where they need to.
Now let's talk about the most important thing here. Let's talk about what the Compass Center does, because the Compass Center, navigating the journey to healing, what is it that you do there? And I think it's an amazing mission, but let's explain what you do.
Sure. The Compass Center provides counseling and advocacy services for survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence. And we provide those services at no charge to the client, regardless of income status, regardless of insurance status. We don't believe you should have to pay for being assaulted or abused. So we offer those services free of charge to make sure that everybody can get the help that they need to find that path to healing and recovery.
And it's amazing to me, you guys are kind of the unsung heroes because you do so many wonderful things, but there's still people that go, a Compass Center, I guess I've never heard of that. So, again, it's one of those things. Once it gets on your radar and you know what they are, it's amazing, all the tools that they provide and the help that they provide. But again, sadly, sometimes I feel like you're the unsung heroes because unless people know about it, they just don't know about it.
Yeah, we've kind of been a well-kept secret. It's our 45th anniversary year, actually. We've been around for 45 years. But a lot of folks, like you said, still don't know that we're here and what we offer. So we've been working to change that over the last few years, and events like this help us raise awareness as well as raise money.
And again, the event is happening tomorrow. Jason, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, man.
I look forward to it as well, John. Thank you.
Again, tomorrow night is the big night. If you'd like to join us at the 12th Annual Gala, it is happening tomorrow. And again, you can join us at the Sioux Falls Convention Center, get your tickets, all your information. Or if you want to do it virtually through Facebook Live or YouTube, you can get all of the information on how you can join us and be a part of it at thecompasscentergala.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Because celebrities, we spend our entire lives trying to emulate them.
Yes, we do.
We're going to take a hard left here because here's the thing. And I'm not making this up. As you know, I am a well-seasoned professional journalist.
Yeah.
And dig deep and
That's
dig
what we
deep.
tell people.
Okay, there's just a couple things can't get away from. I don't care what kind of resources I'm trying to bust here. This Meghan Markle, Harry, Oprah thing just keeps going and going. I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't have a lot of material to work with, so I thought this might be kind of fun, okay? But I'm going to put you two on the spot.
Oh, no.
And you don't have really any time to think about it.
All right.
Now, just through nature of what we've been blessed enough to do for a living over the years, we have all spent some time with
Meghan Markle.
With artists, with celebrities, mostly musicians, okay?
Yeah, we do.
So, Heidi, starting with you, off the top of your head, your favorite brush with fame.
Rick Springfield.
That did not take long.
No.
Okay, give a little, what exactly happened? Anything?
He was just so incredibly kind and funny and outgoing and wasn't shy and didn't make you feel awkward and it was just an amazing experience.
Just
he was
a guy.
a great, kind, wonderful man. Yeah. And I've had the pleasure of meeting him several times.
He remembers her too.
He does.
He knows she's
everyone remembers
and
Heidi.
That and Brian Regan are tied.
Our favorite comedian.
All right.
And I've met Brian Regan many, many times, and he also always remembers me.
All right.
So
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right. And John, go.
Same question?
Favorite brush with fame?
Oh, I'd have to say Bill Engvall. I mean, there's a bunch of really awesome people, but Bill Engvall, comedian, was at Grand Falls
He's
Casino.
the famous for Here's Your Sign
Here's
guy.
Your Sign.
He seems like a pretty nice guy.
The funniest thing is he's doing two shows. This is a couple years ago at Grand Falls. He's doing a 7 o'clock show and a 9 o'clock show. I'm the MC for both of those. So I introduced him at the 7 o'clock show, and then he goes out and does his thing. And afterwards, he and I got to chat between the shows. And I said, I want to do a little Facebook Live. And the two of us were trying to figure out how to make my phone work.
You were getting techie with Bill.
So we're over there pushing all these buttons, and it finally goes on. I go, I think it's on. And then it's literally Facebook Live starts. Me and Bill Engvall staring at my phone trying to figure out how to make it work.
That's fantastic.
And he was just the nicest guy. Even though, he's well known. People know him all over the place. But he seemed like he could be just your neighbor. Just a great dude. So I'd say Bill Engvall.
I like that. All right.
For that reason. How about you, Dan?
How about you?
Okay. Had the pleasure of hanging out with Garth Brooks.
He seems like a nice guy as well.
Me and my former partner in crime and my brother Dan Christofferson had an absolute blast at a press conference, just me, him, and Garth years ago. But I think the one that, and I'll bet most people don't even remember this guy. There was the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
Yeah.
I remember
The
them.
recurring people was Pat Paulson,
Okay.
who was a very straight-faced, straight-laced comic and was always running for president of the United States.
I know. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, about 20 years ago, he was doing a show at the Calumet Inn at the Pipestone in Pipestone. And me and Danny and our ladies went up there for the weekend, got a room and everything else. When we went up to the downstairs bar, where there's Pat Paulson and his road manager.
Yeah.
And we all got together, sat at a table, and I was just I've met a lot of celebrities, but this was so phenomenal.
Yeah.
And what made it even better is he's hitting on my fiance, putting his drinks on my tab, and smoking my cigarettes.
And it was a life-changing
And I was in heaven.
Life-changing moment. Dan said, "You can do that?"
And then I threw down $20 for his book that I had him sign. So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
That was pretty cool. So.
That is very cool.
Yeah, I just thought that'd be kind of fun. Brushes with fame.
One of the most bizarre brushes with fame for me was one that was just kind of an accidental brush with fame. At the MGM Grand, we were walking to our room, and Chris Christopherson was letting his dog out to go to the bathroom.
One of the greatest songwriters ever. I love Chris.
I go, "Oh, what a cute dog." And I said, "You mind if I pet him?" And I pet him, and I look up, and I'm like, "Are you Chris Christopherson?" And he goes, "Yep." And I was like, "Oh."
Actor, songwriter.
And Heidi's over by the elevators yelling at me, "Get over here, we're gonna..." I was like, I was over there talking to Chris Christopherson, and his dog really has to go. So, well, Dan, thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, and it's brought to you by ShopLocalSiouxFalls.com.
I really need to give up drugs.
I really need to quit drinking.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, March 18th, 2021. The Dow Jones Industrial and the S&P 500 rose to record highs, and yields on longer maturity U.S. debt fell from more than one-year highs after the Federal Reserve continued to project near-zero interest rates, at least through 2023, despite rising inflation concerns. Earlier in the session, the benchmark rate jumped to 1.689%, hitting a level unseen since late January 2020. The Nasdaq turned positive as well after the Fed comment shaking off earlier losses. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell reiterated that the central bank wants to see inflation moderately above 2% and said the recent move higher in yields wasn't disorderly. The Fed also upgraded its outlook for unemployment and inflation in the U.S. over the next several years. The rally may continue into Thursday trading as futures contracts tied to the major U.S. stock indices rose in the overnight session Wednesday evening. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.